Good afternoon, welcome back to Vola TV. I'm delighted to be joined today by Matthew Boyle, our head teacher. Good afternoon, Matthew.
Hi Barry, nice to be back on Vola TV.
Absolutely.
It's a highlight of our week.
It sure is. And I'm also joined today by Eilidh Waters,
Hi.
our school captain. How are you, Eilidh?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Great, very well, thank you. Thank you. So, moving swiftly on, we're going to start off with a few questions for you, Mr. Boyle. And I know that there's been quite a lot going on in terms of health and safety and the work that the school's doing to make sure that we're as on top of things as we possibly can be. Can you get a wee bit of an update for us?
Yes, and I'm going to make an apology right up front, Barry. The problem this week, of course, is that we're still coming out of the first phase of trying to make the school safe and learn how to go the new government regulations. So I'm going to start off by talking about the challenge of masks. As we know, Monday of this school week, we were for the first time expected to have students as well as adults in the school wearing masks. Now, I've got a good news and a bad news story about that, really. I'm sure, Eilidh, you're smiling for exactly the same reason as me. I think many of our students have been fabulous, and they've really got it, and they've understood that we have some local challenges. We're in a partial local lockdown. No one should be panicking about that. It's not that we're rife with cases in, but we're trying to make sure that any spread of virus is nipped in the bud, and we do a bit as a school by doing everything we can to minimise that. And young people aren't particularly in an at-risk category, but the teachers in the school that are working with them, they can be, and certainly the families of young people are. So the good news story is we're really grateful for the really very large uptake of mask wearing and compliance and kind behaviour, because that's what it is. It's kind to try and look after people by doing your bit. But there are still too many in the school who are starting the morning really well because we encourage them, and then by the end of the day they've kind of got lax and stopped. So we're really appealing to parents and young people and students that might be watching this week's Vola TV. Please, doesn't matter whether you feel worried or whether you need it or not. Yes, the government has asked us to do this, and that should be reason enough. But the reality is, it's the right thing to do. It's the kind thing to look after each other. So let's make next week an even better week in terms of all of us, just taking responsibility. And when in busy areas or corridors, when you're not eating, even if it's a bit inconvenient, mask up, look after each other, be kind.
Be vigilant, wear your mask. Do your bit. I think that's what we're all trying to do just now, students and teachers alike.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I know at the moment we're also, because we're still at school and we want school to be as successful as possible, and we want to continue to improve as a school, and we're very, very driven to do that. And one of our big focuses last year was to improve attendance. So I know that we've got a few thoughts about attendance, currently sitting at about 75%, and we would like that to be a bit higher than that. So what are your thoughts on that at the moment, Matthew?
Well, yeah, I feel a wee bit like the harbinger of doom here, given the bad news. But we are really disappointed with that, because last session before the lockdown started, we had made great strides with this. I know that everyone was working hard at it. We'd put a couple of % improvement on our attendance, and we were kicking on towards the 90%, which is
2.1% improvement last year, which is something to be really pleased with. Yeah.
And we were starting to look towards the 90%. 92% is the national average. This isn't us playing numbers games, though. It's about us wanting young people in the Vale of Leven area to have fabulous futures, and there's no getting away from it. It's an easy equation. Attend school, get success. Yeah. We're really good at getting you through exams and getting you success. You need to be here. Yeah. So here's my message to people in the community, Barry. It's I know that people are frightened out there, and I know people are maybe a little bit nervous, and maybe just being a wee bit more sensitive about there's a cold or a sniffle or something. I'm just not going to send my child in. But we endorse that and we understand it. If you think there's any reason that you're genuinely to keep a child at home because you're scared of any kind of symptoms that might be more worrying, great. See if it's just sniffles or the cold. Yeah. Jason Leach, the National Clinical Director, and this has been really clear with us, get into school, because we are needing you here for your future. It's not for us. We still get paid to teach whatever, but we want you here because we care about your future. So let's make a big effort next week as a whole community, and let's get the attendance back up. It's time to take the schooling seriously again.
Absolutely, yeah, couldn't agree more. And I guess you'll feel that way as well, Eilidh.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Want to crack on with things? Yeah,
100%, yeah.
Brilliant, excellent, okay. Well, we also had our Parent Council meeting, our first virtual meeting online last night of our Parent Council. That was quite a nice occasion, and we're delighted to welcome a lot of new parents as well, weren't we?
Well, this is, thankfully my moments of cajoling are over now. This has been just a tremendous achievement this week. Our Parent Council is a joy to work with. They're so supportive. They do a little bit of keeping us honest and asking us hard questions, but mostly they try and work hard to promote the school and get good, honest messages out to counteract any misinformation that's out there. We really love working with them. And what was great last night is a virtual meeting. You might think, oh, this is a step down from our usual getting together in a room, but no, we had probably the best attendance that we've had recently.
It was incredible. Mary, Kirsty, Deborah, and the rest of the team just absolutely fantastic. They managed to. A lot of people involved last night. I think we had 19 in the meeting for the majority of it. A couple had to nip away early, but I think we had 19.
Which is tremendous. Now, we happen to know that Google Meet, because as we all know here in this room, we're a school that uses Google services a lot, and we're very good at that. It can take a lot more than 19. So I want to take this chance to say that we had a great meeting last night. We covered a lot of big issues, one of which I'll just briefly mention because it's good to have everyone think about it. But it was a friendly meeting, a fun meeting. People were able to sit at home with a cup of tea and be purposeful and have it. The Parent Council does not want to be an exclusive club.
Yeah.
They have been so clear about wanting it to be a wide and full membership. So we would ask people, please, come along. Just call the school office if you want to be pointed to them. Talk to any member of staff in here. Above all, go to the Parent Council Facebook page. And you can find that link through the school Facebook page as well. We love what they do. They'll do it even better with more of you on board, so let's do that. And last night's big issue that we talked about, there's a lot of it was just updating and exploring the reopening of the school, but we talked a lot about our kind of dream as a school, that we could get to a place eventually when we've got every student in the school having a Chromebook of their own that they can have to look after at least and take care of. That way they can always have access to learning, always have access to the Google Classrooms that our staff so helpfully populate with all of the courses and the homework and the key learning. So we were exploring just for the first time last night with our Parent Council what could we do to make that happen, because we're more than halfway there, but we're not close enough yet. So any ideas from anyone, any entrepreneurs out there that want to help us out with that?
Absolutely.
We can really change futures by making sure that this becomes a digital Valley here. That people here would be absolutely skilled up, and that we can make sure that all of our work is delivered through that. So there's my plea and my thanks to the Parent Council.
Thanks very much, Matthew. Thank you. And Eilidh, I know that you've got some updates about the great work our senior students are doing at the minute.
Yeah, so today ambassadors and captains were assigned to S1 Regi classes, where they introduced themselves, they went round the room getting to know the S1s, asked how they were settling in, and really just got to know them. And we're striving to make this a regular thing every 2 or 3 weeks during tutor, during Regi, just build relationships with our pupils all throughout the year, so they can come up to us, approach us if they've got any problems, any issues, if they want to have a chat, and just really get to know our students. So
really valuable, isn't it? Our younger students in particular have got friendly faces, not just adults, but the work you do really is invaluable. So is it something that you're enjoying?
I'm really enjoying it. I went round today, so I was one of the captains out before that took today and went round to all of them and just spoke to them individually, and just even talking about this is what dog I want. It was lovely. I really love this teacher, I really love this subject and how they're getting on, they're really enjoying it, so it's really great, it's really enjoyable, because I went in and I was like, oh maybe they're not going to talk to me, but all of them talked to me fine, they all spoke to me, so I think it's really good to have that connection between pupils, because I know it can be quite frightening approaching teachers if you've got problems, so I'm glad that this has happened.
Terrific. Excellent. So you're going to join us, you're another member of your team are going to join us each week on Vola TV and just keep us updated about all the great work that you're doing. Brilliant. And it comes back to the engagement bit, doesn't it? We are a community and we've got our students working so hard and our parents, as we mentioned before, who are doing terrific things, and it's just about everyone pulling in the right direction to improve the life chances of this community.
Puts it so well. Yeah.
So well, yeah.
And Eilidh, if I can come in there, I heard that you got one or two ideas from these conversations today. Is there anything you could share that we could commit to trying to fix or improve?
Well, what the teachers were saying is we should be part of the Google Classroom, the seniors. So maybe if the pupils don't feel like they want to speak to their teacher, or they don't understand their teacher, if they're struggling, if they're stuck, that maybe the captains can take over and explain it in different ways. So we're working with that right now and trying to impose student tutoring sessions, but obviously that's a wee bit more complicated with the virus, so we'll need to look at Google Meets, etc. Or just if they want to give us an email, we can help them out from there. So there's obviously STEM ambassadors for different subjects, so if a child comes up to me and says from my tutor class that they're struggling with science, then I can refer them to the science ambassador, or I can help them myself because I've got quite good experience with science and knowledge. But obviously if it's something like the expressive arts, then I would need to kind of give it to the ambassador because I've not really got much experience in that field. So yeah.
Delegate at that point.
Yeah, definitely.
The clue's in the word captain.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Eilidh. Well, that's all we've got time for this week at Vola TV. Thank you very much again for joining us, and thank you to our guests, Matthew Boyle and Eilidh Waters. We'll see you again next week.
Thanks very much, Barry.
Thank you.